Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah, one to the one.
Alright.
Yeah, wake up. Yeah, the Israelites, repent or die. Repent or die. Yeah. So what do you know about?
Quite a lot. I watch loads on YouTube and that.
Yeah, good. You see what's happening over there in America, right? Are you aware of what's going on over there?
Yeah, well, a lot.
In terms of the deportations.
Okay.
The deportations of what they call illegal immigrants, which are the like the Hispanics, the Mexicans. They're deporting them out of America due to Donald Trump presidency. So pretty much we're in the start of Jacob's trouble.
Okay.
Jacob's trouble means the time where Esau, the so-called white man, is going to start persecuting us. So you know that you already had that in the books already. The whole plan is to persecute us in Egypt.
What tribe are you?
Huh?
What tribe are you?
Well, obviously you've got Judah, Benjamin, Levi.
No, but I mean you personally.
I don't know. Fathers go all the way back to but none of us. But obviously, you know that the southern kingdom with the Negroid tribes.
Yeah.
Those are the only tribes left in the Middle East. Because the northern kingdom, they already don't migrate to the Americas after the ancient Assyrian captivity. Right, so that's what Columbus and all them Spaniards and conquistadors that they were encountering. We migrated to Africa, West Africa, South Africa, East Africa. The Ghanaian Empire, all the Mali Empire, we formed all these groups in West Africa. And then due to the curses, you know that Esau, the so-called white man, came for us with the slave ships. The first slave ship was called Jesus. That's when you put the first slaves came, brought them over to the Western Hemisphere. You know what I'm saying? We migrated, yeah. So from them, we were taking the slaves according to you. Pretty much, I'm pretty sure you pretty much know it because you've been watching the videos and stuff. But just for the sake of edification, I just want to bring that out. This is Deuteronomy. Right. But naturally, he's reading it with understanding because our people in the churches read the Bible back to front, and they still don't relate or associate these verses to themselves, which is us. The majority of our people that go to the inside these churches, they call themselves Christians, right? They are people. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49. This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. So the Lord will bring a nation against us from far. The Americans, whose tongue we won't understand. And what's the symbolic animal of America? The eagle. As swift as what the eagle flieth. Right? It says, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. You do not understand English. The term. A nation of fierce countenance which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. Right, because if you're old, they'll throw you overboard because you're not making them no profit. Right? You're old, you're frail. If you are young, great you, right? You is actually sold to the highest, right? Because they can make more work out of it, you know what I mean? So it says, so there you go, no show favor to the young. Then we drop down to verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, which is what the land of Israel. We're not going to see that land. The Lord spake unto us. We're going to see that again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. So we know that's referring to the so-called blacks, right? And also the northern kingdom as well, which is the Latinos and stuff. Because you had the Taino Indians, they were actually sold over to Spain as well. They were actually first a slave that were put on slave ships before us. Because remember, they were conquered before the Edomites came to West Africa. Right, so they go, they have it, man. So you know this is referring to us, man. So the whole prerogative right now we're in Egypt, modern day or spiritual Egypt, which is a miracle. How do we make it out? How are we gonna find our own land? How is there's going to be some type of deliverance for our nation. Well, first and foremost, we know that our Lord, our Messiah, is going to come in what they call UFOs. Right, so you know about that. Revelation, various scriptures that go into deliverance, right, for them. So you know about this, so what's going on? What's stopping you from getting involved? Like, what's stopping you?
Oh, I'm involved, yeah. Not, maybe,
Oh, yeah, no,
maybe not within a...
Right. It's all good. Satan's got a problem with what I'm doing.
Yeah, trust me. Okay, get it.
Oh, thank you. Right. Win, man. Probably sometimes. Yeah, it's a lot. So what's stopping you from
like deity and such, but I'm a follower of the King James.
Right. So what's stopping you from getting involved? Because you know, with the knowledge that you have, because I don't know how long you've been knowing about this whole thing. Is it years?
Yeah.
Right. So you know what the scripture says about to him that the Lord has given much to, much is now going to have to be required from you. The Lord's given you a lot of money. So it's like, what have you done with it? Have you expanded my business? Or have you just sat on the money and done nothing with it? You know, because naturally, if you got money, you know, the scriptures tell you that charity covereth the multitude of sins. So, but to have all this treasure and you just sitting on it, it says, it is folly than a man that hideth his wisdom. Right? So better is a man that hides his folly than.
Okay. Yeah. You think it's cool? Yeah.
It's not me putting you on the spot or nothing like that. But, you know, it's all love, innit? But at the end of the day, you know, I'm just thinking about you that you don't want to get, just because you're going to get a worse judgment than those of our people in the world that are in ignorance. You're going to get jacked up way more because you had the means to actually tell them, and you were like, fun, it's amusing to watch videos, it's amusing, but you weren't taking it serious. You gotta take your life happening over there in the States right now. Now that Trump, because everybody thinks that, oh hooray, Trump 2 Release Act that was written in 1965, 1970, where pretty much blacks would get the same opportunities as whites, get paid the same and everything like that, or job opportunity that. So now that's been written off now. So now job company or companies can say, listen, we don't want to employ you because you're black. We don't want to pay you because you're black. They can do that. They can actually start. Trump will start doing it. So now it's begun what the persecution of blacks, Latinos, Hispanics. Because now they're deporting them, right? Now they're demonstrating because they don't want to be deported because they came over here illegally, and now they're getting all these benefits. They're getting free hotels, free medication. And now Trump is saying you gotta go back to Mexico. They're saying no, fuck none. So there might be civil war now over there in the state. And this is actually happening right now. It's just that a lot of people are not paying attention to the news.
Yeah.
They don't know what's going on. So when I say these things, like, it sounds like a bunch of things, but it's actually happening. But people are not on your watch. You need to watch and pay attention to what's happening in the world, man. Right? Because we're here domestically in the UK, and you know whatever happens over there is going to happen over here. You understand?
Yeah.
Because they already deported like how many hundreds of Nigerians. They're here illegally. Papers to be over here and got rid of them, deported them back to Nigeria, and they're all in the NHS. So why do you think over in the NHS and hospitals it's taking like 10 hours to see a doctor, 12 hours to see a doctor? So pretty much you're talking about the collapse of the labour market, man. Right? Because you're talking about blacks and Hispanic, they do the jobs that rich whites don't want to do. They don't want to do these jobs like picking strawberries and dairy plants and cow plants. They don't want to do all that. We doing all that. So now they're pouring us out. That's like having a house and destroying the pillars. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about the end of a time, and Trump, he's the one here. People think that Trump is going to be worse than Biden, man. Trump's going to be way worse than Biden, so we have to really be on our watch and pay attention to what's actually happening.
What's your channel on YouTube?
You got on YouTube right now?
Yeah.
Take down my channel. How should I say this? Marvel not if the world hate you, man. Right? Because really truth, to speak truth in these times is controversial. In a time of global deceit, where everything's a lie, to speak the truth, you're looking for blood, you're looking for smoke. Right? But as servants of the Lord, to be about a man stands on, that's what makes a man, truth. That's what makes a man. That's what to stand for truth, you gotta be strong, you gotta be ready to take punches. Right? And that's what the Lord said, the Lord says, he described himself as what? A millstone. A millstone, meaning the Lord is making you tough. The Lord is making you as stones, rocks. Because I know you brothers need to go, so I don't want to.
You know the story of Jacob and Rebecca?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What about that? Right. So there you go, and that's why Esau, the red man, the redneck man he's trying so hard to get that birthright back, even if it means exterminating us, wiping us out, just shipping everybody, having total control. That's why he's so obsessed with control, because he's afraid of, that's why he's clogging up the sky with all these clouds. You can't even see the firmament, because he sees the chariots. He's afraid what's going to come. He knows the Lord is coming back to take him out. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why when we see these things, like, we understand it ever the more, so we need to prepare ourselves, man. Look, let me just read this, because there's a piece I want to bring out before. Matthew 21, verse 44, and whosoever shall fall on this stone shall be broken, but on whomsoever it shall fall, it will grind him to powder. Let me read that again. And whosoever shall fall on this stone shall be broken. And we know that Yahweh Shai, he's that stone, that cornerstone that the builders disallowed. Whosoever falls in this stone shall be broken. But on whomsoever it shall fall, it will grind. It serves to make us stronger, to refine us. Silver is tried in the fire. Right? Jacob's trouble. That's that fire that we have to go through before to prove ourselves before the Lord gives us that immortality. The Lord. Yeah. When the Lord comes back, we're talking about a power that's not of this world, a power that scientists can't prove. Right? This is something else. That's why they make movies about war of the worlds and Independence Day, because they know that there is a power out there that they can't prove, or scientifically they have no power or control over it. That's why they're so terrible. Right, so this is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. The point is of verse 9. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third part and the third shall be left therein. This is the point. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. So like, court system, they try you, right? Your trial. So the Lord is putting you on trial by putting you through the fire, man. And when you get this dross off the silver, that dirt, naturally, brothers out here right now, we got a lot of issues that we got to deal with, malice, spite, pride. The Lord, all this fire is served to destroy. How much can you take for you to inherit that eternal crown? Because you're going to be like your wildest dreams, man. But in righteousness. But you have to be humbled down to nakedness, man. You got nothing. They're going to take the all away from you. All the things that you guys pride in, whether it be money, your job, your career, the Lord going to take it all away. You've invested so much in the Lord going to take it all away. You put all your mind and your energies into your car, all your woman, your children, the Lord going to take it all away. And say, what are you going to do now? You going to trust in me, or you going to act like a bitch and then bend over and then deem silver, your job, more precious to you? Hold on to it more dear than the kingdom. The kingdom has to be, your mind has to be narrow. Right. Yeah, the Lord will add everything else. You can't serve two. Because if you're about your job and trying to save your life, you're gonna lose. The most I'm gonna make sure you die, man. Because that's what you're about. That. Since the Lord is, he's always about. So all the bullshit in the kingdom. The Lord is trying to test your sincerity. Are you really about my business, or are you about the world? Are you about right? So you know, right?
I'm gonna I'll follow you now on the thing. So yeah, I'll message you sometime.
Lord with them. Have a good day. Have a good day, man. Have a good evening, man.
Hey, free Palestine.
Yeah.
Free fucking Palestine.
Right. Have a good evening. Have a good evening. Right? So that's why we come out here. So, you know, I haven't even, let me get back to this. Is giving all the praises to Yahweh, Baal Shem Yahweh Shai. Baal Shem Rakal Kodash. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the name of the one who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Of grateful soul, He taught me all I know for the spirit, purpose, and power of Yahweh, Baal Shem Yahweh Shai. Saluting the sincere brothers, striving for that crown that never fadeth away, man. Right? And saluting the sincere sisters that faithfully follow. Do you people have any other spiritual Sodom and Egypt? Do you have any idea what's going on over there? Hell, I was just getting in. Let me get that right now. It's you know me, I like to get into what's really going on. This is breaking news. Illegals with foreign flags are currently blocking off traffic in Dallas. Dallas is where, Texas, right? Over there in Babylon, across the pond. To eliminate ICE and deportations, right? So illegals, what they call illegals, because those illegals is really, they're talking about the Northern Kingdom. The Mexicans, Venezuelans, so forth and so on. They're over there, man, and they're protesting because they don't want ICE to deport them back over to the Southern America. They don't want to be deported back. So what might that? Because in their mind, because in the mind of the Northern Kingdom, which is really our people, the Mexicans, the Venezuelans, so the Colombians, whatnot. In their mind, well, we getting all this. Everything for free, right? Free hotels, free medication, free this, free that, free food stamps, right? And now we have to go back to Mexico. And you know, the Mexicans don't even want their own people that are illegal immigrants back into Mexico, man. Right? Because at the end of the day, it's going to be their taxpayer money that's going to be used to house and to feed them. And they don't want that. Right? Because remember, you're talking about Mexicans that were getting everything for free in America. Right? For free. And then they're going to come back to Mexico talking about, and they're going to get free house and free that. And the people that's already in Mexico, they're going to be pissed off with that. So that shows you why that take it.
One more time, free Palestine, man.
Ramadan, y'all Shalom, Yahweh Bashim, y'all Shai Brakatham, man. Okay? The Lord bless you and your house, man. All you brothers that are there. Okay? Right, so we have that whole situation. Entering into the houses of other people and saying, oh, that's mine. Imagine if I steal your coat. Imagine if I steal your coat and I say your coat belongs to me. But you so-called white people, you want to justify being in other people's lands and then calling them illegals. You damn devils. And I was watching an interview, you know, Jake, right, a so-called black man. He was interviewing this so-called white man, right? Well, looked like a so-called white man. And then he was saying how, you know, how should you really be treating these quote-unquote illegal immigrants? How should you really be treating them? And then the devil used to give me that typical mantra of, oh, they're illegals and everything. But I say, but shouldn't you treat them with the same grace that they gave you? When you came over to the Americas, the Native Americans, they embraced you with loving kindness, right? They showed you how to survive. They showed you you were open arms like a brother. And what did you so-called white people do? You turned around and slaughtered them, man. With malice. You slaughtered them. Do you understand? You are not a man to be trusted. You are a liar of your father, the devil. As the Bible has done said, man. Do you understand? And then what did that brother said, that so-called black man said in that interview? He said, Sitting Bull was right. He said, we should have never have allowed you so-called white people into America. We should have never allowed you in. Right? I guarantee you, if they could turn back time, if they could enter into a time machine and press that red button, they would have went all the way back when they first allowed you in, man, and took them arrows, man, and killed you motherfuckers before you stepped your pinky toe onto the shores of America, man. That's what they would have done. They would take you out. But Bible prophecy had to be fulfilled, man. If let me listen to this right now. Let me get this. This is. But lucky, let me try and get this up. Right, so it says Ecclesiasticus chapter 11. Let me start from verse 31. Let me start verse 29. Right, so Sirach chapter 11, verse 29. Bring not every man into thine house, for the deceitful man have many trains. Right here, man, he got a historical track record. That's what you so-called white people have. Calling everybody it. And like as a spy, watcheth he for thy fall. So there you can see that. As a spy, this devil be watching for our fall. As a spy. And that's why we get a lot of these, the agents coming around to the camp. They be flagging our video. As a spy, watching for our fall. Do you understand? And that's why he was plotting ever since he came over here to the America. They were plotting against you so-called native immigrants. Even over there in South Africa. You have our people over there in South Africa. And you so-called white people came over there as the British, and you took over South Africa and established what the apartheid regime. And pushed the indigenous people of those lands into what you might call reservations, just like you did to the native Indians. Read on. So it says, for he lieth in wait and turneth good into evil, and in things worthy praise will lay blame upon thee. Right, so if things worthy praise will lay blame upon thee. So things that is worthy of praise, you so-called white people are laying blame upon us now, man. Right? Now you might, because them same, what you might call illegal immigrants that's protesting over there in Dallas, man, that's honorable of them at the end of the day, because remember, it's their land, man. Now you're going to try and deem them as terrorists. This might call for a black swan event, man. Do you understand? This might call for a black swan event and try to blame it on what you call the illegals. But what they're doing is honorable, man. And you devils, you deserve it. Talking about you so-called white people. You deserve all the retribution that's coming for you, man. And you know it. You've been a naughty race of people on planet Earth. They know it. You can see it in their faces when they walk past. Read on. So it says, of a spark of fire, a heap of coals is kindled, and a sinful man layeth wait for blood. You see that? So a sinful man layeth wait for blood, man. Right? You laying that snare for our people. So it says, and a sinful man layeth wait for blood. Take heed of a mischievous man, for he worketh wickedness, lest he bring upon thee a perpetual blot. It's the point. Receive a stranger into thine house, and he will disturb thee and turn thee out of thine own. There you go, you have it. So it says, receive a stranger into thine house. Because you might turn around and say, oh, the so-called white man is our brother, our friend, he's a human. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 lips, 2 pupils, 2 hands and 2 feet. Yeah, but the Most High created him to be a vessel unto dishonor though. It's time for you so-called blacks and indigenous people of North, Central and South America to understand what the Lord had pronounced, man. 2 and 2 want to establish the good of the other. Right? So again it says, receive a stranger into that house, and he will disturb thee, which is what you so-called white people did to the native Indians, and turn thee out of thine own. If you put them into what reservation camps, you turn them out of their own land and put them into reservation. Right? And what did it say of God? The prophecy of God says that what? A troop will overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last, man. Do you understand? And hell, let me get that right now about the house of the wicked, because they're trying to say that America is their own, right? Let me try to get this right now. So it says, Sirach 27 verse 3, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown. Right, because we might apply that to, the native Indians, right, the indigenous people of North, Central, and South America. Because, we were turned aside onto idols, right, or blood sacrifices, human sacrifices like the Mexicans, the Mayans, or the Incas. They were sacrificing their own people to sun god, man. Do you understand? That movie was Apocalypto. That movie showed it right there. You had people in Mexico, they were sacrificing their own people. So they wasn't following diligently in the fear of the Lord. They were following diligently in the fear of idols, man. And that's why the Heavenly Father said who? The conquistadors and the Spaniards to conquer them. Do you understand? But now, we can say on the other side, we're talking about Esau, Edom. The so-called white man is claiming America to be his house. And is he ruling diligently in the fear of the Lord? No, he's not. And that's why his house shall soon is being overthrown, man. Right? And Trump, Donald J. Trump, the man that you trust and believe in, he's the perfect man that will overthrow America due to the tariffs and the deportations, man. Because see them tariffs, man, that Donald J. Trump is imposing on European nations, China, right, Colombia. Because who's really going to benefit from the tariffs? Not the people, not the American people, but it's going to be what? The elites, the American elites. They're going to benefit from the tariffs, right? Them taxes. It's the elites that's going to benefit from the tariffs. The Americans themselves, they're not going to benefit from any of that. Because at the end, we know that what Trump wants American goods to be produced for all these other European allies to invest in, to purchase. That's why he's tariffing them, right? Taxing them. And then you got the deportations, man. You got the deportation. And the deporting who? Or what? Pretty much the labor market. You're getting rid of the labor market. All them Hispanics and Latinos that are doing the works that the white, the Edomite Americans don't want to do. You deporting them? You're pretty much destroying the pillars of your own house. So Trump is going to be worse than Biden, man. You understand? He's going to pretty much finish the job. He's finishing the job because remember, Biden and Trump, they're working for the same boss. They're working for the same club, man. Do you understand? Because the people think that Trump, he's right wing, and that Biden was left wing. No, they're all working for the same beast. You got time for the Bible? You got time for the Bible? Right? They're all working for the same beast. Let me get that right now. So this is Revelations chapter 13, verse 11. Verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had 2 horns like a lamb. And he spake as a dragon. So there you go, there you have it. It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had 2 horns like a lamb. That's right. The 2 horns that make that whole Romanized center. When they speak as a lamb, that they're speaking for what the welfare of the people. But what it says like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And who's that dragon? You know that dragon is talking about Trump, man. Trump, he's speaking like a dragon. He's imposing those tariffs, right? He's talking about making Canada the 51st state of America. He waging war. Talk about Panama, the Gulf of Mexico being what? The Gulf of America, right? And what, laying claims on Greenland, right? At the expense of what, Denmark? So Donald J. Trump, he's speaking as a dragon, man. He's ready to devour. He's spitting fire right now, right? But what is it all going to amount to? We see that America, by the rule of Donald J. Trump, you are amassing enemies, man. America is a mountain of loyal enemies. You had your faith in Donald J. Trump, but guess what? Donald J. Trump is isolating America, making these small amongst the heathen and greatly to be despised. Let me get it right now. To lock him. This is Obadiah, the prophet Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom. You have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Against who in battle? Against America. That whore that sitteth upon all these European confederate nations. Let us rise up against her in battle. Right? What does that show you? That shows you in the end times, all these European allies, what are they gonna do? They're gonna be confederate really with Russia. Because remember, it's gonna be a treacherous wound that all the allied members of the beast system are gonna lay upon America. So a treacherous wound, meaning what? The 10 horns, they're going to ally themselves with Russia, Gog and Magog. It's going to be a treacherous wound, man. Right? And we're seeing it. So it says, arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Talk about what? A third world war. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. And we're seeing that through the rule of Donald J. Trump. We're seeing that America is greatly despised, man. We see Canada. Hey, hell, we were talking about, let me get that right now. Oh, it's lucky. Let me get that. It says, here it is. News report. So it says closed border. Mexican cartels armed with anti-aircraft missiles obtained from Ukraine and Russia are reportedly planning to target US planes returning illegal aliens. You see that right there? These are Mexican cartels armed with anti-aircraft missiles planning to target US planes returning illegal immigrants. So it looks like there's going to be a war between Mexico and America, right? There's going to be a war. So that shows you right there, America is small and greatly despised. But even with that, man, because we know that the president of Mexico, she's an Amalekite, man. It's a so-called Amalekite woman. And you know, see that's Satan right there. What does it say in Proverbs? It speaks about if when you please the Lord will make your enemies to entreat thee well. Roughly paraphrasing. The wind is blowing heavy over here, man. Shit. So lucky. Feed is cutting in and out. Might just have to close out. But anyway, with that, I'm going to close out, giving all the praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Yakakodosh. Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Yakakodosh. Promise honor, promise honor, promise honor. Promise honor. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Rock a thumb, man. Hope you're edified. Shalom.